Hello, good day and welcome to my channel. The question here says if 124 to the base n is equal to 232 to the base 5, that we should find the value of n. Now for us to solve this, what we need to do here is to convert this number to base 10 and also convert this number to base 10, and from there we can find the value of n. Now, in order to convert this number to base 10, we assign powers to the number starting from the right hand side. So this 4 takes the power 0, 2 takes the power 1, and 1 takes the power 2. So that means 0, 1, 2. We also do the same thing to this part, 0, 1, and then 2. So once we assign powers to them like this, then we can now start expanding them in order to convert to base 10. So I'm going to take the first number here, which is 1. I'm going to take 1. And then I multiply it by the base. The base and then raise to the power that we have assigned here, which is 2. So that is the first number. Then we move on to the next number, which is, we add it to the next number, which is 2. So we say 2 multiplied by the base, and then to that power 1, the base to the power 1. And then finally the third number there, which is 4, multiplied by the base, which is n, and then raised to the power of 0. And then we cover the bracket. So we have done for these three numbers. That is the process of converting it to base 10. In this base n, we are converting this number to base 10 now. So after doing this left hand side, we also convert the right hand side to base 10 as well, because the two sides, they have to be equal. Now to do that, I take the first number here, which is 2, and then multiply by the base is 5, raised to the power of 2, which is the power we have there. That's the first number. And then plus the second number there is 3. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by the base, which is 5, all raised to the power 1. That's the second number. And then added to the last number there, which is going to be 2 multiplied by the base, which is 5, and then raised to the power of 0. Power 0, and then we cover that as well. So this is the process of expansion in converting each side to base 10. Now we can simplify. N squared multiplied by 1 is going to give us n squared. So I have n squared, and then the positive sign there plus n raised power 1 is n. Any number raised power 1 is that same number. So n raised power 1 is n. Multiply by 2, it gives us 2n. And then plus n raised power 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So n raised power 0 is 1. Then 1 multiplied by 4 will give us 4. And that will be equal to the right hand side now. 5 raised to power 2 is 25. So we're going to say the 2 here, which is 2, multiplied by the 5 raised to power 2 is 25. That is 5 times 5, 25. And then plus 5 raised to power 1 is 1. And then multiply by 3 will give us 15. And then plus 5 raised to power 0 is 1. Don't forget, any number raised to power 0 is 1. So 5 raised to power 0 is 1. And 1 multiplied by 2 will give us 2. So from there we can simplify further now. So I have n squared plus 2n plus 4, and that will be equal to 2 multiplied by 25 is 50 plus 15, and then plus 2. So simplifying further now, I have n squared. I have n squared on this side, n raised to power 2, and then plus 2n, and then plus 4. Then now let's add what we have on this right hand side and bring it to the left hand side, because this is a quadratic equation, so we're going to equate it to 0. 50 plus 15 is 65. 65 plus 2 is 67. So when this positive 67 moves to the left hand side, it becomes negative 67. And then we'll have nothing left on the right hand side, which makes it equal to 0. So this will simplify to n squared plus 2n, and then 4 minus 67 will give us negative 63, and that is equal to 0. So we now have a quadratic equation. Now for us to solve this quadratic equation, the simple trick here, because the coefficient of n squared is 1, this is 1n squared. So once we have a case like that, what you just need to do is to introduce n and open up brackets. Take another n, open up bracket, and equate it to 0. So we're now going to look for two numbers such that their product is negative 63 and their sum is positive 2. So the two numbers, because of these signs are different, the two numbers will also have different signs, with the higher number taking this sign, this positive sign here. So the two numbers that will multiply to give us 63, they are 9 and 7. So the 9 takes the positive sign here, which is positive 9, and then the 7, which is the smaller number, takes the negative sign. So positive 9 multiplied by negative 7 will give us negative 63. And then positive 9 added to negative 7 will give us positive 2. So we have factored this quadratic equation correctly. So the next thing for us to do now is to equate each of the brackets to 0. So if we equate n plus 9 to 0, it's going to simply give us n is equal to negative 9. Don't mind this 0. This 0 is nothing actually. So when this positive 9 goes to this side, it becomes negative 9. We ignore the 0. It doesn't mean anything there. So the next bracket is 9 minus 7 is equal to 0. We also equate the second bracket to 0. So now I say n will be equal to, the negative 7 goes to that side, becomes positive 7. We ignore the 0. So now if you check, we have the base n possible to be negative 9 or positive 7. But you agree with me that the number base cannot be a negative value. We don't have a number base that is a negative value. So this solution is not correct. We can cross it out. So the possible solution is this positive answer of 7. So that means the base n is equal to 7 as the final answer. So